most recent data from the World Health Organization on life expectancy in each country in the world shows that there isn't a single country in the world, even in sub-Saharan Africa, in which life expectancy is lower than 50. So that means that even today, aging has become pretty much the most significant, the most prevalent health problem in every country in the world. What is it about the health problems of old age that has been so daunting, that has prevented medicine from bringing health to the elderly when we've been so successful in eliminating the infectious diseases that used to kill so many people early in life? Aging is the accumulation of self-inflicted damage in the body. Pathologies of old age are very many and varied. There are so many things that go wrong, and they go wrong at more or less the same time, so they interact with each other, they exacerbate each other. And that is indeed part of the reason why aging is so difficult to bring under medical control. The result of that popular view is, tragically, that we spend a huge amount of money worldwide trying to cure the so-called diseases of old age, like Alzheimer's. We attack these pathologies directly, just as if they were infections. The pathologies of old age are consequences of this thing I'm calling damage, and damage is continuing to accumulate throughout life. So obviously, anything that attacks the pathologies, which is what I'm calling geriatrics, is going to become progressively less effective as the patient gets older. Diseases really are only the things that come from outside of the body, infections, and the things that are genetic. The chronic progressive diseases of old age, as they're called, are just parts of aging. They're just the parts of aging that we've chosen to give disease-like names to. That's all. So, where do we go? Well, luckily, we don't need to break either of the component processes. We can just separate them from each other. And we do that precisely by going in and periodically repairing the damage that the body is creating. That's all that this approach actually is. Simply going in, not even particularly thoroughly, just fairly thoroughly, repairing the damage so that even though it's going to be generated at a certain rate that we can't change, nevertheless, it will not reach the level of abundance that causes the pathologies of old age. It's just as true for a car that it accumulates damage, rust and so on, as an intrinsic consequence of its normal operation. And that's why most cars don't last more than 10 or 15 years. But here's a car that's more than 100 years old, and it's doing just as well as when it was first built. And the only reason it is because the owners of this car have done comprehensive, periodic, preventative maintenance on it.